The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's 2 o'clock on Tuesday, and we are welcoming today Megan Biro from Transfer Express. How are you, Megan?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, very good. This is Peggy Dwyer, and presenting today for Transfer Express is going to be Megan. And the topic for today is a winning team and how to decorate fall sports with custom transfers. So Megan's going to start off. After she starts off, we do have a few poll questions to ask you in a bit, and I will give it to you, Megan.
All right. Well, welcome everybody, and thank you very much, Peggy. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about decorating for fall sports using custom transfers. I just want to let you know that if you have any questions after the webinar, our contact info will be provided at the end. Also, new customers, anybody who's going to be new or would like to be new with Transfer Express, remember to fill out the survey at the end so that you can receive more info and some samples. So that'll be provided for you at the end. I'm going to go ahead and get started. First of all, I'm going to talk a little bit about Transfer Express and what we do. Transfer Express manufactures screen printed and also digital transfers that are applied to garments using a professional heat press. There are many options out there for transfers. Transfer Express does offer the same quality and durability as screen printing, direct screen printing. All you need to get started is the heat press. You could see the picture of the heat press right there. That's all you need. The transfers are made by us with whatever design your customer needs. You can use something out of our catalog, or you can also use something from your own artwork. When the transfers are applied correctly with the heat press, you do get the same decorating results as screen printing, same durability, and it's a wonderful addition to a business if there's other things that you already provide. For those of you that aren't familiar with transfers already, I'm going to explain just a little bit about what they are. A transfer can be screen printed or it can also be digital. They are printed on a special release paper, so they do come on that paper like you can see in the picture right there. That's how they would come to you. They're applied with the heat press, and you can see what right there on the screen what makes up a transfer. It's paper, ink, and an image, and the manufacturing process. All of that is included in creating a custom transfer. You can see that there's two different types there, a screen printed or spot color transfer. Those are going to be basically spot color, meaning that it's a very basic flat colors. There's not a lot of fades and special effects, whereas a digital can be a full color, and it also has lots of different effects and fades and cool stuff like that. So we do offer both. Most transfers are applied backwards so that they look correct when printed. So you can see on there the Santa Monica transfer, for example, is backwards. When you put it on your shirt, it'll look forward. So that is the difference. That is what those will look like. Peggy, if we could go ahead and do both of those polls now, that would be great.
I will do that. Okay, everyone, here's the first poll, and I will launch that. And the question is, what sport do you create the most apparel for? And if you could select one, is it football, soccer, baseball, softball, basketball, or cheerleading? What sport do you create the most apparel for? And we'll just wait until everyone starts voting. I can see all the votes coming in. Okay. So we're going to close this poll, and then I'm going to share the results with everyone. So Megan, it is 34% is football, 19% is soccer, 28% is baseball, 6% is basketball, and 13% is cheerleading. So it looks like football is in the lead for that one. Okay, and
Okay,
then
great.
we're going to ask the next question. And when decorating sports apparel, what do you struggle with most? And select one. Is it the fabrics, dealing with meshes, polyesters, or dazzles, working with numbers, the artwork or creating designs, the personalization end of it, like team names, or other? And if I had to be a betting person, I know which one I would bet on that's going to come in the lead. But we'll wait until it's done. Okay, we're going to close this. Everyone's done voting, and then I'll share the results with you. So 37% of you said it was dealing with the fabrics. None of you said dealing with numbers, so putting numbers on jerseys is easy. Artwork or creating designs is what I thought was going to be the highest, and it is. It's 46%. Personalization is 6, and other is 11. Okay, and we're going to hide that, and Megan will get back to the presentation. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, everyone. Well, it looks like we do have some sports that are created more apparel for us, such as football, it looks like, and baseball and softball are up there among some of the most popular. The first one I'm actually going to talk about here is football uniforms, so that'll be great. There are many opportunities to create designs for football uniforms and create football uniforms for sports. Football game uniforms are usually numbers on the front and the back, plus TV numbers on the shoulders. Now this is kind of funny because I had to ask, what's a TV number? I was not clear on what a TV number was. A TV number refers to the numbers on the shoulder, which are more visible to TVs and cameras. So that's why they're called the TV number. So those are usually created on a football game uniform. You usually see the TV numbers and the numbers on the front and the back. Also the player's name and the team name. So they're pretty basic uniforms, and you'll see some examples at the bottom of the page here of some football game uniforms. The example of the red and white numbers, 10-inch, and the 2.5-inch express names, and then the numbers, the two color numbers on the front. You can see also a little bit the TV numbers up there on the shoulders. So those football uniforms are usually very simple. It's when you get into other, practice jerseys and stuff that it gets a little more fancy. As far as football uniforms go, for mesh products, all of our products can be applied to polyester mesh, and most manufacturers do sell 100% polyester mesh, so it's going to be very easy for you to find a garment that's going to work, a polyester garment. As far as applying, a slip sheet will need to be used so the holes do not go to the reverse of the garment, or you'll want to dress the platen. So keep in mind that you're working with an ink instead of a vinyl. So instead of it sitting completely on top, you're going to have that ink, and those pieces of ink that where the holes aren't going to be able to stick, or aren't going to want to stick. And they're going to want to go through to that next part of the mesh. So by putting that in there, you're going to create a barrier for that, or by putting it over, you're going to create a barrier. If you want the holes to poke out during application, use a material such as Pellon, or you can also add an old t-shirt. And what that's going to do is that's going to attract the inks that are going through those holes to that garment, and that's going to make those holes open up there. So then you get the holes throughout. If it does not matter if the holes poke out, you can also use Teflon or the slip cover on the platen, and you can just wipe those down. The ink comes off of those very easily. So Also, you'll notice at the bottom here we do mention nylon mesh. Our product, our CAD prints product, which is a digital product, it's guaranteed, so you could use that on any type of garment, but it also can be used on nylon. Many customers have had success with the goof proof. We do not we do recommend testing beforehand if you decide to use a goof proof. The reason is you may have success with one type of garment with a goof proof, but not with another type of garment as far as the nylon goes. And you always want to make sure, pardon me, that you are able to have success. And we do recommend that you do test ahead of time. But the CAD prints will always work. Some opportunities for football, practice jerseys. As you can see, there's some examples of practice jerseys there. It's usually made up of a front design and number on the back. And you can see there's a name on that jersey as well. That is using our QFB 60 design, and that's red on white off to the right there. These are a little bit more, they have a little bit better of design to them as far as, you know, being fancier, stuff like that for the practice jerseys. You can also use express names. So you can see off to the left there where they applied that football. And then what they did is they ordered an express name with a number. And they just went ahead and applied that after they applied the first large logo right on top of it, so they could personalize with the number. So that looks really cool to be able to have it. You could order it the color of the shirt, or you could really order it any color. So you'll notice on there, it gives you a little tip. Press to transfer, then position the number on the clip art, cover, and press again. You want to make sure that you do cover it so it doesn't apply to the top of your press. Also, I want to talk about some other ways you can decorate for football. You can also do t-shirts, shorts, bags, towels, rally towels. You know, I know a lot of people really do like the rally towels, and I do mention those a lot. Those are very popular in football, so that's another option. You can see there the gentleman with the shirt with the Plymouth Hawks logo on it. That's just for, you know, you could do that for your family. You could also do, you could see the little guy down there at the bottom. You could do little guy shirts. They want to look like everybody and have sports sports stuff on. You'll notice the third picture in is a CAD print, and that's our full color digital, and you could do that as well and get some cool picture type of designs. Also, you know, I kind of tell people this because I think it's kind of cute. You'll see people, I've seen people at games that have their dogs with the cute little shirt on with the logo. That's kind of a cool idea, and that's a different opportunity than what's regularly offered. So that's also another option for personalization. Then we're going to talk a little bit about performance wear. There's two different types of performance wear usually that's offered: loose-fitting types of garments and also compression fit. The loose-fitting garments are going to be something that are going to fit loosely, obviously, by what they're called, and they're not going to be real tight and real stretchy. Any of our products work great on that type of material. The compression fit, we're going to recommend the CAD prints. Those are the full color digital transfers, and you'll notice that though that shirt that gentleman has on, that's going to be something that you're going to want to use a CAD print on, because you can get a stretch. I mean, you can stretch those like crazy, and they will stretch over and over and over, whereas a plastisol isn't made to stretch as much as a digital CAD print. You can also order our Elasti prints, which is a screen printed transfer that has a little bit of stretch to it. So it's going to be something that has very little stretch, whereas a CAD print, you could have a whole bunch of Lycra, spandex, or elastane in it. Also, don't forget about powder puff games. A lot of people forget that this opportunity is out there. You know, you can see that girl's shirt on there. Powder puff is really popular. It's a lot of fun. People love to have shirts from that. You could do it on, you could do it on jerseys, regular jerseys as well, because people like to have the look of a football player. T-shirts, you could also do tie-dye, which I think is really cool if you do a logo on tie-dye. Makes it stand out a little bit more. So that's also another opportunity that could be done with football. Next, I'm going to talk a little bit about cheerleaders. Cheerleader uniforms and practice gear are very easy to decorate. You can see there's some different examples of the cheerleader logos. The one off to the left is more of just a regular uniform for a cheerleader, and that's going to be something that you could do a multicolor on or a one color to customize that. The middle is going to be something maybe that they wear when they're traveling or if, just for comfort. And the one off to the right also may be used for smaller girls in cheerleading as well. I think that shirt is absolutely adorable with that little logo on it. And just keep in mind that with those, the stretchier shirts for cheerleaders, because some of the cheerleading material is a little bit tighter fit and stretchier, you could use our Elasti prints, and that's, again, the screen printed transfer that has a little bit of stretch to it. So if you have something that has a little bit of stretch, that would work great. Also at the top there, you'll see an example of our pearl prints, and that's new to Transfer Express. It's a really cool product, as you can see on there. That's the copper color. We do offer different colors in the pearl prints, and it gives it a little bit of a shimmer without being like a full-on glitter or anything like that. It looks pearlescent is basically what I would say, and it's just got a really cool look to it. So that's also really good because cheerleaders like to have a little bit more bling or shimmer to their shirts. Going to also talk about soccer uniforms. A lot of times the soccer uniforms are dazzle. It is 100% polyester, and our transfers will work great on that. So it will not affect application, being that it's a dazzle. So all of our products can be used on a dazzle polyester, and they'll work wonderful. You'll see that off to the left, the picture is of a multicolor on a dazzle polyester, and then also a single color on a dazzle polyester. So you have both options as well. One thing I do want to mention about soccer uniforms is you'll notice that sometimes soccer uniforms are sublimated. For those of you that aren't familiar with sublimation, sublimated jerseys, they will have, if you were to take a shirt and look at the inside of it, you're going to notice that they might be red on the outside, but when you look at the inside, they're going to be white. So that's how you can tell that a jersey is sublimated. Like goalie shirts for soccer uniforms and stuff like that are usually sublimated. And you'll notice the note that we have here, although sublimated jerseys can be decorated with any type of transfer, sublimation is activated with heat, and some colors, such as red and maroon, may bleed. So, people say, wow, I've had problems with sublimated jerseys in the past. Well, that's why. It can be overcome by ordering a multicolor print. Transfer Express can do a multicolor print with a black or dark color used as the outline color or the backing. That will block the dyes used. So then that way you don't have to worry about that bleeding, and you can offer that to your customer as a goof-proof transfer or a polytrans screen printed transfer. And you'll notice that jersey off to the side is a sublimated jersey that was done with the Transfer Express ink. You can also use our CAD prints products on a soccer uniform. The CAD prints are perfect for all fabric types and colors. They are digitally printed, so it doesn't matter how many colors you do, which I think is great. Because screen printed is priced per color. If you have something that someone comes in and they want 9 colors on, you can offer them having a CAD print and, be able to offer that service to them. Now with the CAD prints, if you do a left chest design, it's going to be a really great price because they are priced per square inch. So if you could do a little left chest like you see in that picture right there, it's going to be really inexpensive to decorate that jersey for your customer. Another thing that could be used for soccer uniforms, warm-up apparel. That's also important, important if they're getting ready and they need jackets or a practice jersey or something like that that they need. There's two examples right there of some ways that you can make some logos for them. The one off to the left is the red and white, and then the other one is also royal and white, but you can see at the bottom how it's got the show through to the red garment for the banner. It almost makes it look like a three-color. So that looks really nice on there as well. Also talking about another sports, we can talk about volleyball uniforms. Normally volleyball uniforms are 100% polyester. Again, all of our products can be used on that product. Make sure that you're using the product that will work best on a uniform, any uniform, but also a volleyball uniform. If it has spandex, you might want to consider a CAD print, just as we were talking about before, just so you can get the best durability, the best stretch out of your uniform. You'll notice there an example of the one uniform with just the number on the front of it, and then the one with the full logo on the front of it. So you have both options there. Another sport maybe that people don't think about, other sports that people don't think about maybe as much, don't forget some of the smaller fall sports that need uniforms and apparel too. That's important because you'll see that you have golf. Golf is something that maybe people don't think about. At schools a lot of times they do have golf clubs and they're going to need shirts too. Or if there's a golf outing, something like that, you can create a nice little left chest shirt on a polo for people and it looks great. Also, track and fields. You can see on that little warm-up suit there that they did a reflective logo, which is really cool because, with track and fields, you're going to be outside in the elements. You could be running at night or something like that, and you have that option of having that reflectivity there.
Hey, Megan, did you talk about fall baseball at all?
No, I don't see fall ball in here. Good
Yeah,
point.
fall ball is very big. I know it is in Michigan and Ohio. Megan's in Ohio in Mentor right now, and I'm in the Detroit area. And a lot of the teams, most of the teams are done in the summer, but fall ball is a big sport around here in Michigan, and that's the fall baseball leagues. And they go from aluminum bats to wooden bats in the fall, so it's like a big thing for the boys to get onto a fall ball league. So.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Fall ball is another way that you can decorate for those teams. I mean, I didn't even think about that one. That was a great one, and those are very popular. She's very right. A lot of teams, a lot of orders can come from doing an order for fall ball. Don't forget also fanwear. I mean, fanwear is really big. At these sporting events, you're going to have fans, and they're going to want to support their favorite team. So you'll notice here there's just a couple of different really cool basic logos that are really popular for sports in the fall. You can see the logo, the garment up in the top left that the girl's wearing, the property of, and it's got a distress on it, which is kind of cool, it gives it that worn look. And those logos with the XXLs and stuff like that are really popular in sports. If you're looking to get orders from fanwear, some good groups to contact would be booster clubs, coaches, the athletic director, also spirit groups. Those are going to be some good groups to contact to get those orders. A tip we have here, carry a line of fanwear in your store for your local schools using easy print designs. So you could carry a line of those, have them in your shop, and be able to customize these shirts for them on the spot. So you don't have to worry about saying, oh, well, I'll have them in a few days for you, or can't really do that right now. You can tell them, yes, I can do that, and I can do that for you right now. Pardon me. Again, also with getting the pets involved, have some little shirts, some little doggy shirts or something like that. People like to decorate their pets, so you could have that in your in-house as well, and you can give that to them right then and there. You could also, another thing is add mom underneath. Like we have our express names that you could do, and those are individual names. Well, you could order a bunch of moms, and then you could have them choose a logo off of your wall, and then say they want to have mom underneath it, like the Wycliffe football. You could put mom underneath it, customize it for them right there, and they'll be so happy that they had that shirt representing that they're a mom of a member of the team. Just some suggestions. Hoodies as well. It's, you know, up here. I don't know where everyone else is at up here. It's going to start getting cool, and I know I love my hoodies. So hoodies are going to be really good for sports, for fan wear, and they are applied the same as the t-shirts. You do want to make sure, though, that the strings from the hood are away when you're pressing. You don't want to press those. You want to get the even application on the transfer. You could raise the printing area that you're printing with the Print Perfect pad, and that's so that you raise it above the seams and that bottom pocket. Or you could turn up the pressure to compensate for the pocket. So you could press it with a little more pressure as well. They are an easy and quick way to customize for fall. So again, just like we talked about on the other side, you could have a bunch of designs on your wall, even the same designs, and you could customize a hoodie as well. I've seen a lot of different customizations, such as putting a name on a pocket, putting a name on a hood, putting a logo or a name, team name going down the side of the hoodie. People are trying to look for all kinds of different ways to customize. Also, zipper hoodies. Some people don't like to pull the hoodies over their hair, so we want to offer the zipper hoodies as well, or it's more comfortable for people too. We don't recommend plastic zippers. We do recommend the metal zippers. You don't want that plastic to melt because you are applying 300 odd degrees to this garment. The application for these are posted on our blog, so if you wanted to view that as well, you could do that. You do want to avoid the zipper area if you're going to be applying maybe on the side, or you see the one going down the side there, or you can zip it up and press right over this area using very firm pressure. So you could do either. You could avoid it, or you could go right over it and then unzip it, and you're going to get that great application right over that. And you can see the two examples there. You could also do a left chest design. So if you don't want to go over that zipper, you could do a left chest as you see there and still get a really cool effect. And, some people don't always like having a really big logo on their shirt anyways. I'm not really a person that likes a big logo, so left chest would work wonderful. And the vertical one is really cool too, because you can completely avoid that by just putting the one side on the platen. Okay, for those of you that aren't familiar with Transfer Express just yet, there are a couple different ways to order from Transfer Express. You can order online at transferexpress.com. You can order the easy prints online. You can order express names and numbers. All of that can be ordered online. You can also send your artwork on our website. So if you have your own artwork, send it over. We can view it right from there. You can also fax us, and that's the number for our fax, and our phone number. So, give us a call if you have any questions. If you are a first-time customer, your first order will be placed on the phone with the representative. That's just so we can get you set up and everything. But that's what we're there for. We're there to help you. So feel free. Again, don't be afraid to ask for help from us. That's what we're there for. So we can help you out. We have over 20 dealer service representatives ready to help you. And we're here Monday through Friday, 8 to 7. So we're here a good amount of time. You can also email us at info@transferexpress.com or read our blog. The blog is really informative, so I do always recommend that you take the time to check it out. And previous webinars are also online. And you can always see us at the trade shows too, so come visit us if you know that there's going to be one in your neighborhood. Come see us and talk to us, and we can show you what's new and what's happening. Okay, the PDF will be provided for the seminar we did today, the webinar. So you can also go there and find that. You'll be able to view this as well. If you have any more questions, all of our contact information is on here as well, or you can give us a call, like I said, and we can help you out. Our next webinar is September 23rd, and that webinar will be fashion-forward looks using specialty inks. So for those of you that do have those cheerleaders out there and like the glitter and everything like that, that would be a great webinar and some very informative things that could come out of that.
And
So,
aren't you, Megan, going to show people some unusual places that people are actually printing transfers now?
I do believe that we are going to do that. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, we probably will do that because, you know, people do all kinds of things now and that you don't even think about. So
Exactly. It's not just putting it on the front of a shirt anymore. It's decorating wherever kind of there's an open spot to kind of make it look hip and new and kind of fresh looking.
exactly, everybody's always looking for something different to do anymore. So it would be great to do that and show people.
You know, and one of the things when you were showing the sweatshirts, and I know that I did this last fall for hoodie weather, is do tonal printing. And I took a black hoodie and printed charcoal gray ink from your, inks from your transfers and put it on hoodies, and people went crazy over it. And I'm like, all it was just tonal printing, so that it's not kind of like a white on a purple. It's kind of muted, but it just, you see that now in all the stores and everything. So you can also do that with any of your inks too.
Yeah, that's really great. Actually, funny you mentioned that. I was leaving to come in here, and somebody was in the press room that we have here, employee, and he was actually doing that. It was a gray on a charcoal shirt, and I was like, wow, that looks really cool.
Yeah, yeah, real subtle, but it's like really cool looking.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, well, I'm about finished up with the actual webinar here.
Okay, well, thank you, Megan, for presenting this to us today. And if anyone has any questions, you've got Transfer Express's information. You can always go to greatgarmentgraphics.com also if you have any questions. And we appreciate your time today, Megan, and everyone else out there. And everyone have a good day.
Okay, Becky, have a great day. Everybody have a wonderful day.
Thanks. Bye-bye.